spear.
Ah.
Pyramid Head won't move anymore. I think
go.
that's the only time they say Pyramid Head. Rust-colored egg.
They say it one more time when you
Whoa.
pick up the great knife.
Oh, well, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm gonna put the rust-colored egg in the.
Whoop.
There we go.
Is the other pyramid head carrying anything for the other door? I don't know.
And that's what I'm gonna check now.
We're going for that completion, baby.
Scarlet egg.
Scarlet egg.
I'm assuming it won't open unless I do this. So scarlet is red like blood, and rust is going with the deterioration thing. So do you
Whoa.
think that why is
It's
that why is that a face door?
I don't know.
You see
I
that?
I don't know, but it's scary.
Like a
Ew.
face door. That's weird.
It's like it's smiling at you and everything. What a polite door.
Mary?
What's it?
What do you?
Okay, everybody
James?
and don't go through any
I,
doors.
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here! Leave me alone already! I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me
Stop.
alive. Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
Jesus Christ.
Mighty God.
So yeah, that's definitely like it's a very hard it's a hard situation on both ends because
Yes.
you care for a person that is at the end of their life. They've been told they're at the end of their life and they're trying to break it down their own emotions and figure out what they should be feeling, and everything's just mixed up in their brain. And that is literally just like the stages of grief in like 5 sentences right there is what just happened.
Yeah. Like, it's not always pretty when people are dying.
Well,
Yeah.
It's not always a Hallmark
Yeah.
movie. And people who are
Yeah.
dying aren't always, like, they're not always able to be strong, and it's very hard. It's hard on their loved ones, and it just
Mhm.
And also there
Yeah,
is like
that's
the
hard.
very real debate that a person who has a terminal illness might have with themselves where they're like, okay, how much is it worth it
Right.
to like
To keep
continue
going.
my life?
Mhm.
Damn.
And like they can be scared,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
True. Yeah.
They can be very scared.
One thing that I'm sure after all of this is that I'm really sure that James did care for Mary.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did, but there's also some weird stuff going on where we were talking about it earlier where he could have been also like been so depressed from quote unquote having to deal with Mary that he was also like having an affair and like not caring about her anymore in that sense.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's possible. It kind of depends on how you play.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that more later. But oh,
Wait, what's that?
there's a hospital bed. And
That's Mary?
There's Mary.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
That's true.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad.
So,
That's what you wanted.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you.
oh fuck.
I'll never let you have your Mary back.
Oh. Oh my god.
Ooh. Okay, so now we have. Oh, mash your buttons.
Oh,
Mash your buttons. Mash.
I know. Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh, I
cool.
got it.
So
And-
Maria is very interesting. What I like about her existence in this game is that it's the kind of classic trope of like an evil ghost woman,
Like a
that
witch.
is like-
a witch.
like a witch, but
Yes.
it's like it's not like
Oh my fucking god.
like it's not demeaning to women. It's demeaning to James because it's the personification of everything of all of like James's secret
Yeah.
desires.
Okay.
So it's not actually it's not a real woman. It's not Mary. It's this idea that James kind of like has of like his secret desires for a wife who's like hot
Yes,
and like a
yes.
stripper and like wears
Perfect.
slutty
Sexy
clothes
Yeah.
and is a crazy bitch
Yeah.
and like propositions him through jail bar.
This is insanely loud in my ears. I'm sorry. I can hear you, but it's so loud.
I turned down the stream like half.
You know, there's something cool. Like, I don't know if you heard this legend that the moths appear when someone is going to die, especially like the black moth.
That's interesting. I know about that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I heard it from my grandma, and it was like, that's slightly disturbing.
That's so cool. I never knew
Yeah,
that.
that's interesting
Yeah,
actually.
it was one of the scary stories when I was little because she told me that, and I was like, yeah, I didn't know that. And then like one appeared like in my head, and I was like, oh no, oh no.
And then, of course, with this boss design, we have her like trapped in her hospital bed, and, like attacking him from there, and like
so-
chaining him,
Yeah,
and of course, tentacles.
of course.
Her tentacles are just.
Always with the
Yeah.
tentacles.
You can never go bad with tentacles, you know, in horror and other stuff.
But I think to your question, Christine, it's kind of like the work itself is similar, and you can make fun of me for saying this, but similar to Batman Arkham Asylum. No, similar to Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similar to Twin Peaks, where the question of is this real or is this a dream or is this another universe
Yeah.
is second to what does this mean for the characters in the story.
I agree.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That was so
Yeah.
loud.
It does have kind of a Twin Peaks vibe in general too. Ugh. I think you have to smother her with a pillow.
Oh, like in the real
Nappy,
Oh.
nappy.
Wait, there's no pillow.
Turpentine.
Do I have to?
You already used that.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh,
Also, Teddy, you lied to me.
also she only has
Yes.
one outfit.
I knew you lied to
Oh,
me.
Mary.
She did have one outfit.
James.
Forgive me.
Not like this.
I
But like
told
this.
you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it.
Oh.
It's enough, James.
Mary?
James.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter's gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
And
Whoa.
musical cues.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh. Oh, that got me. That got me good.
That is...
Ooh.
I've heard... Okay, so as far as I know, this is the in-water ending?
Correct.
Water?
In-water
That is
ending?
what we got. That is what we successfully got.
I'm turning down the game so people can hear us. So... Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So just to clarify for anybody who might be confused,
Yes.
what was being implied there was that James drove his car into the lake and killed himself.
That's
Yeah.
why he
Everybody-
came to Silent Hill, so that they could...
Yeah.
It's also implied that he carried her and put her in the back seat of his car, or at least maybe the trunk.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, if you try to open the trunk, it you won't
it
do
says I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I see.
Like this game is something that I've definitely absorbed through osmosis. A lot of stuff but actually sitting down and like playing it and like talking about it as you're playing it and like trying to like piece it together yourself with stuff that's like right in front of you in the moment, like it's way more impactful than just watching someone play it. Like, but you should watch people play it like you are now. But
you should watch people play it, specifically us.
yeah, but yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, do you want to watch the other endings, or do you want to just describe them? Because I think that's something interesting too, is we can describe to the people how these endings are actually like achieved.
I would be interested to hear about them at least.
We can watch. We can definitely watch them. I can say, or either one. But I'll tell you that for this one, like, so as you might be able to piece together here, this is to achieve the ending where James realizes that he came to Silent Hill to commit suicide in their special place. You keep your health low, you examine the knife, and if you examine the knife and you're looking at it and all that, you show little regard or care for Maria when she's with you by either running away from her or hitting her,
or bumping into her.
and you bumping into her like that, yeah. And you also need to see that radio that you found, that tape, that's important. And you also need to listen to the whole conversation in the hallway, because those all show James knows that she was going to die soon, and James also knows, like, has that conflicted, like, he cares about her deeply and still loves her. If you show a lot of care for Maria and you like return to check on Maria's room a lot, and you heal up a lot, then you will get endings where it is revealed that James likely had an affair, and Mary's upset about it.
Also, big shout out to Enhanced Edition people. As you can see, there's some credits going on the screen right now. These people did a fantastic job. If you search on Google Silent Hill 2 Enhanced Edition, you basically just, since you already have the PC version, all you have to do is download a few zip files, and they just run, and you copy stuff over, and it just works. It just literally just works. And it's really streamlined. It's great. So shout out to this. This is definitely the definitive way to play this game.
Yeah, this is amazing. Enhanced the HD collection sucks so much.
Don't get the HD collection. But yeah, go on with everything else.
Well, yeah, we can watch the other endings to check them out. There's an ending that is more about like caring about Maria and caring about like moving on from Mary, and like you never actually loved her, or like you moved on from her when she like you cared more about yourself when she was dying rather than feeling guilty about caring about yourself.
Right.
So this is the ending more about James feels guilty. James, has these, and both him and Mary lashed out at each other a lot, and they both feel guilty about that. It's just a terrible situation. In that other ending, you have him and Maria kind of, not specifically Maria, but like he likely, he just wanted to move on from her, and he was done with her, and he's more selfish. And then there's another ending that involves more of the lore of Silent Hill, and that involves like collecting specific items in future playthroughs. And then there's two other endings that you also have to get through replaythroughs that are running bit endings.
There's a certain ending that we'll watch it, and it'll be very great. Okay, here we go. Game result, real quick. So normal ending. Our ending is in water.
In water. Ending clear. 1 of 4.
39 saves, 6 hours 30 minutes. I walked 5 kilometers and he ran 18 kilometers. I had 229 items. What? Or no, I picked up 229. I don't know. By fighting is because I stomped on them to kill them.
Stamp them. Yeah.
I was muted. Spencer.
Yeah.
I didn't lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna beat this because how long to beat
Oh.
is an hour and a half more.
Oh, I guess I'm just a pro gamer.
I'm just a pro gamer and you have somebody with a walkthrough.
Look at the boat stage time.
5 minutes?
It's because I was going the wrong way for 5 minutes. My rank is 5 stars. I got a 5-star ranking.
Nice.
Holy shit.
It's always good to have good stats.
And here we go. So we're gonna start at the rebirth ending. These first 2 things are funny, and we'll do them later. I need to also do that.
Yeah, Rebirth, this is the one where you need to collect some different items relevant to like Silent Hill cult lore.
I'm not entirely sure, but the boss is always the same? It's always Mary, like in the bed?
Well, it's Maria dressed up as Mary in most of them, but in the either Maria or Leave ending, it's actually Mary.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Upset at you for not for betraying her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
It's the same exact model. It's just that it's James's understanding of who it is.
Of course.
And there's even a separate ways for this game.
Really?
Called Born from a Wish, where you play as Maria.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, are you back,
Ooh.
Christine? Get back here, Christine.
Here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You hadn't said anything.
Sorry.
Okay, join up, and we'll watch these other endings. This is including talking to Mary / Maria. Is what it said.
Different dialogue, I believe.
Look at that rain.
James.
Maria, I'm finished with you.
What? But I'm what you wanted. Mary's dead.
Yeah, this
Don't
is
you
a bit different.
understand? She's not coming back. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. I'll never hurt you like she did. So why don't you want me?
Because you're not Mary.
Ouch.
Without Mary, I just can't go on.
Oh, James. Come on, James. You must be joking.
Wow.
Oh God, the rifle!
He was not joking.
He was ready.
Oh hey, Toluca Lake.
Mary, you look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. I can't live without you, Mary. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place.
Oh.
And they still grant power to those who venerate them. Power to defy even death.
Is this like the ending that most people get?
No.
What's the ending that most people get?
Probably be Maria or Leave.
Mary.
Oh, right.
This one I don't even know if you can get on your first play. But yeah, that's like a church or a temple.
Huh?
And
I
this
assume
is
it's the
more
one-
so the cult-ish one, right?
Yeah, so this is the idea of him. He finds enough like cult information to figure out a resurrection ritual
Okay, here's our
to
Maria
bring
ending.
to try and resurrect Mary.
Resurrect.
Oh,
Oh,
she's
wait,
sitting
she's
down.
in the bed.
Oh, the rain froze.
James, I've been waiting.
Mary. I'm sorry it took so long.
Didn't you want to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see you. Even an illusion of you. That's why I came here.
It's not true, is it? You killed me.
I couldn't watch you suffer.
Don't make excuses, James.
Oh, I see.
I know I was a burden on you.
Oh.
You must have hated me.
You see what?
That's why you got rid of me.
Just the small differences of like
It's true.
him.
I may have had some of those feelings.
That they're both not like being honest. Is kind of like what I'm getting out of it.
It was a long 3 years. I was
Oh well.
tired.
That's why you needed this Maria person? James, do you really think I could ever forgive you for what you did?
Oh.
He's not as ready this time.
He had to hit
He
he had to hit the record button really quick. Isn't that where Maria was?
Yes. That's a keen eye you got.
I remember.
Average farm, remember?
What's that thing? I did not forgore.
You killed Mary again?
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria?
I thought you super died earlier.
Maria,
Yeah.
What, James?
I want you. I want you with me.
Okay.
I want this
Are you
fake
sure?
idea of who my old partner is.
Let's get out of here.
What about Mary?
It's okay. I have you.
Oh fuck.
That sounds weird.
Bad. Uh-oh.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
In my
boy.
restless dreams, I see that town. And so I wait,
I think it's the same letter.
wrapped in my
I'm skip ahead.
pain and lonely.
Hold on.
Oh, he's walking there. Wait.
Walking with her.
You'd better do something about that cough.
Ah, god damn it. Of course.
So if you
Oh.
recall, when you were in the
Prison?
apartments, the hospital.
Prisonal?
It was a hospital. I think
prison-
It was literally the hospital.
I just said prisonal.
Prisonal.
In the hospital, she felt ill and laid down. And when you came back in the other world, there were the pills there from. Then he was like, "These are the same pills Mary took."
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
So
someone
the idea being that it would just cycle over again because
when I
James is not growing and making the same
mhm.
Mistake.
You know?
When I clicked on this video and I saw the first comment and it was something along the line of at the end for Maria's ending, like she endlessly coughs. Maybe even right there. Like that might be a game state where you can just stay there and she might cough forever, but I'm not sure about that. But yes, it's basically a cycle, is the point.
Huh. Leave.
Actually, not. I don't remember what you need to do. For
I don't know
leave
what
ending.
this is.
Mary?
Maybe you don't pick up any, or you don't read anything.
When will you ever stop making that mistake?
Oh, Maria.
Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria?
It's
you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You
pretty much doing. This is actually the seems like the most
But I can be yours.
likely
I'll
ending.
be here for you forever.
You pretty much play normally,
And I'll never yell at you.
Yeah.
Or make you feel bad.
but you don't do the
That's what you
things.
wanted.
You don't like care about Maria extra.
Different than Mary.
Oh.
You're kind of choosing neither.
Yeah, you're not
I understand now.
acting
Time to
suicidal,
end
and
this
you're not,
nightmare.
acting loving towards
No.
Maria.
I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
Oh. That's a different line.
Yes.
You deserve to die too, James.
Oh, he was ready.
He's ready.
Boom.
They were ready. This might be the same.
Starts the same, right?
Honey, I just couldn't watch
Yeah.
you suffer.
Please.
Oh.
Please do something for me.
That's new.
This is new.
Go on with your life.
Oh.
Oh god, it's really long. Oh, is it? Okay, let's see. Is this the same?
It's gonna be the same up
In my
until
restless
afterwards.
dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
My restless dreams. I see that town is too strong of an opening.
It's so good.
Laura.
Okay.
Going to. This seems like one of those cutscenes where like
Thanks.
it would like cut to a jump scare. That's what this cutscene feels like.
It's not. It won't.
Yeah, no, I know. Like that's not this type of game really, but like that's what it feels like. It feels like that video of like the winding road on the mountainside with the car going down it.
Ah, yes.
And as
yes.
the car is about to go like into like some trees and like go away from your vision, and then the scare happens, and it's God damn. So they literally just leave.
It's just like-
But yeah, it's kind of implying that he's going to adopt her and kind of move on with his life with her.
All right, here we go. Here's
This next ending is once you have achieved all of the endings, this is where you get the true ending and kind of you get to see more of like what is actually what's like the truth behind Silent Hill.
Oh,
essentially.
okay. Like a lore ending?
no.
Yeah, so once you unlock everything,
Uh-huh.
you're able to restart a new save and find this new secret area, kind of like a post game.
Okay.
This is not 1080p.
Post.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the funnel.
with what kind of who's behind everything.
I think I see this one. I saw this one. It was you? I remember this.
Huh?
お前の仕業だったのか?
It was you? It was you all along?
No. I'm sorry.
Leave it to Team Silent to come up with this thing.
I forgot about that part.
Wait, listen to this, listen to this.
I forgot that that's what this was from. So how exactly do you get this?
Let me read it off. To get this ending, you must receive the 3 normal endings: Leave, In Water, and Maria. Or get the rebirth, whatever. Once you have these endings in the same save file, load it, start a new game. When you exit Rosewater Park for the first time, head straight and you'll enter an open yard just west of Jack's Inn. Inside is a dog house with a dog key inside. Get the key and use it to enter the observation room on the 3rd floor of the Lakeview Hotel after viewing the videotape in room 312. So basically, you beat the game with the special endings, find the special key, and then right after you see the videotape of James killing Mary, you go into a room and you
just see a dog.
Dog.
Did you see there was a screenshot in here that was James but really buff.
Yes, I saw that. Bob James.
He was just like this, as if you edited it in. Just
Also, there's a lot of
this is
It's a lot.
this is the most shitpost thing I've ever seen in my life.
my god, I love it.
Those little sock.
I like how he's like having trouble standing on his hind leg on the stool.
The pictures, man, the pictures.
Oh, here it comes. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh my.
And that's the dog ending.
Okay, and so this next ending requires you to beat the game and then find a specific blue gem. Actually, in the bathroom in that first
very
section.
first, yeah, because I remember that was a thing, and so I looked over there, but I think you can't get it unless you beat the game.
Oh.
This is something that ties to the UFO endings together are all
Yes.
canon together.
They have the dog ending in here. They have the dog key.
So like you can do a UFO ending in Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 3, and all of these together are canon together. Also, I see Kitty Cat.
Oh my gosh.
Look at the cat.
The cat.
See, that's
Yes.
Harry.
Carrie.
From the first, that's the protagonist of the first game.
Amazing.
And he's very polygonal.
Ah, yeah, he's looking for
he's-
Sherry. No, wait, no, that's
No,
not her.
not Sherry. No. I forget.
Lisa? No.
I don't remember her name.
Oh, James.
Ah!
The aliens, man.
So weird.
That's an ending.
All right.
There you go. So those are all the endings.
Gotta say,
It's kind of crazy that like
Uh.
kind of the sweetest ending is the one where he commits suicide.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So Christine, this is your first experience with this game wholly, and it was definitely suboptimal, but I think a pretty solid ending.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, feelings?
I liked it. I thought it was, I would say that like, I mean, it's a little bit older than the Resident Evil like games that we have played
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah,
Well, at least and so there were certain things that I was kind of like, oh, like the like fighting was not as like
Fluid.
interesting just because it wasn't as fluid, there wasn't as much variety. But I don't think that was necessarily like that important a part of this game. In fact, I was like the fact that there was like a boss fight, I was like, that sort of seems like they needed to have a boss fight just so it would
Yeah,
feel like a
sure.
video game that you could play.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it wasn't that important. It felt very like secondary to the story.
I was
Yes.
Definitely.
I was extremely surprised by how much. I think it's because it was on just normal, or rather the action was on normal. It's just like you have so much more ammo than you need, and I think it's because of
Yeah.
those boss fights, and you have so much
Yeah.
more health because of those boss fights. You don't really need it unless you're really sitting down and trying to fight every single enemy you come across in every outdoor section.
Yeah.
Well,
you really
the developers even said that like they wanted when James swings the weapon, swings whatever he's attacking, they wanted it to feel like somebody who has never like been in a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the case.
Because it's kind of hard to describe, but I want to say that like so you have you hold RT to go into a stance, and you kind of do this. You kind of put your fists up, and you then you can push A, and it's not A and then you hit them. It's A and then he goes up, and then he goes down, and then he does a recoil animation, and then he puts it down, and then you can move.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
similar with what I was talking about with like the pistol versus the shotgun. You can shoot the pistol really fast, turn right after it, move away. With the shotgun, you shoot, you recoil, you aim it down, and then you walk away. And it's like
Yeah.
Okay.
it's definitely clear that they wanted to make the combat like clunky and scary in that sense, I
Yeah.
guess. Like
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's not necessarily scary because it's bad. It's that it makes it more tense because you're trying to fight with the game in a certain way, and I think that
Yeah.
actually works better than it being like, oh, I have a perfect 360 motion and I know exactly like how long something's gonna take. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda hard
Well,
to
it's like
describe.
it's actually engaging. Okay, I thought of this phrase and now I feel like it sounds pretentious, but
Mm.
they're engaging with the medium,
Oh,
Okay.
where
sure.
they're using the mechanics and the idea of it being a video game
Against.
as like a storytelling element.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I mean, lots of games do. They're not whatever,
Yeah.
but I think they're going above and beyond by like actively making things tougher,
Yes.
more clunky, in order to
Something
convey the story better.
something I want to like make sure that people kind of realize, which to people like our age and older, you probably know this, but Resident Evil 1 and Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2 were kind of like the first thing to do this, and they just got it right.
Yeah.
They just kind of did it perfectly. They just did it perfectly. Like I have no idea. I want to actually send out a tweet in a couple days probably that's going to probably come off as stupid, but I'm probably going to end up saying something along the lines of, "Wow, I can't believe video games started with Silent Hill 2." Like I can't believe video game music started with Silent Hill 2's soundtrack. Like how did they get the soundtrack that good? How did they get like just to feel this good and to have this much storytelling in the environment, have the puzzles actually like be adaptive to like how much you want it to be difficult? Like I've never seen a
they
game
were just like
that.
masters of their crafts. If you go, there's like a really cool documentary, like mini documentary, like half hour, that was included with one of the releases of Silent Hill 2. I can't remember which one. But you can watch it and you can see like behind the scenes stuff and like them talking about it, and it's just like they were just like really, they're really good at their job. Apparently too, they were just not fitting in elsewhere. They're kind of like the rejects of other teams in the company, and they're like, well, okay, we don't know what to do with you, just go do this.
Just be actually epic real quick with this project.
And so Team Silent is the people who worked on the first 3 games. It's the same team 1 through 3.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see you, if we're still gonna do it, see you play Silent Hill 3. Because I need you to feel how it feels.
It's true, and I really don't know anything about Silent Hill 3. I think I know one thing that is technically a twist, but I think it's fine.
I actually don't really
fine.
remember anything about the plot. I only remember like the general idea of like where you're going
Yes.
and what's happening.
And I know
Um,
there's one
yeah.
song in it that I really like.
Yes.
But
But I
yeah,
will.
yeah,
Well,
we'll
if we do that, I'll
Yep.
definitely be on your side of it. Doing, hey, you should probably go to the pantry.
God, my hips.
You should probably go to the
Just look at my
pantry.
hips
You should
one.
probably. You should actually look at some stuff in this room. Maybe. And then I'll leave for 3 minutes, and you'll have no idea what to do.
No, I'll do
Oh my
great.
God.
But returning to this game, it's just incredible that they like this is a video game.
Mhm.
This is a horror story, and
Yes.
it's tackling this like
Very.
terribly human
Mhm.
experience of a loved one going through a mortal illness.
Like coming to
Yes.
terms
Deadly
with their
illness.
own mortality.
And like all of the like ugliness of that,
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact, like how they address it is just incredible. I mean, like it's just the bravery of having your main character struggle with the guilt of his like sexual frustrations and like
The fact that he
feelings of hatred towards his wife because she is diseased
yeah.
and the guilt that he feels about that
Yeah.
manifesting in these monsters.
it's actually fucking crazy good. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's profound.
deep.
It's profound. It's deep. It's
Mhm.
Yeah.
once you start to put it like if you like if I sat here and I didn't think about it, I would probably still sit down and say, yeah, this game's really good. But when you like
Yeah.
start to piece together and like talk more, I guess like verbosely or something, about like the themes of like what this means, and just the fact that a game would do this, it really sinks in like why people like it and why it's
Yeah.
still regarded as one of the
One of the
best
best
games ever of all time. And I think now that this game is probably like it's up there. It's like big
Yeah.
up there. It's like Resident Evil 2 original and this game and remake and like Dark Souls 1 and that's it. It's so good.
list.
We got the list.
There's also the fact, like, all of the side characters, like, none of them felt, like, boring
Yeah,
or, like, out of place.
Mhm.
I agree.
Like, even imaginary Maria felt like, the first time you was like, why is she acting like that? Like, shouldn't she be, like, scared of the situation? But then it's just, like, the representation of, like, James is like, wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's also Angela. And you feel like that's a reaction, like, someone from abuse will come from. And it just hurts deep. Also, even like Eddie, that he just starts hurting others because they hurt him. It's like, yeah, I understand that. I can see that happening.
Yeah, as
Mhm.
Teddy was saying, definitely, yeah, they're all foils, all like different sides of a coin, all trying to like
Mhm.
make James question himself, and
Mhm.
that's very important for this story to work. I think you have to have strong characters to do that, and I think they did a great
Yeah.
job with that too.
I mean, you've got Eddie who murdered somebody out of just like pure
Hatred.
selfishness and
Selfishness.
hatred and it's like, was that what James was doing? Is James killing out
Yeah.
of that? And you have Angela who killed out of like
Passion.
a very noble
Yeah.
and like for like at least reasons no
Understandable.
rational person would fault her for,
Sure.
but she still
Yeah.
has guilt over that, and she still faced persecution for that from at least her mom. And it's like,
Yeah.
where does James fit in
Right.
along these?
And Laura's also there not only as like a childlike innocence, but also as like a it's kind of hard to say, just kind of like maybe even just a manifestation of James wanting to have a life with Mary and have a kid, because even Mary says, hey, yeah, I think I would have adopted you, I think I would have wanted you as my daughter, like that kind of thing too. So it all really fits in, everything fits nicely together.
Yeah.
True.
And also like the acting is like it really just all fits so
Yeah.
This
well.
also that's what's also insane is that like the Resident Evil 1 English dub for the first game is like fucking bad.
But,
How did they
Yes.
make this like
Blah, blah,
good
blah.
with kind of the same idea of like pulling people from a street? You know what I mean?
Actually, I have a funny story about this. Is that the letter
Uh-huh.
that Mary reads is supposedly the first thing that she read.
Oh,
geez.
Really?
well, there is
And
it
that's
gets your point
why
across.
it's a different and seemingly less directed performance than her other lines.
Okay.
At least that's
you're
one,
more so
that's what
talking
people say.
to you're talking to a void. You're talking to someone that's already gone, or you're already gone. So they're talking.
I just
to
mean
nothing.
there
Oh,
were
you
less-
mean
there was
literally
less
directed?
interference.
You mean literally directed?
Like directed.
Yeah.
I mean like the
Director.
or like English at least as a second language people were not directing her.
You mean literally
Yeah.
director directed?
I was gonna say, I think this is maybe like the one thing I disagree with you guys about is I think that some of the voice acting in this is atrocious.
That's fair. I think that
So
like
no,
That's fair,
I
that's
don't. I don't necessarily disagree. I just like it.
yeah.
There's too many
Yeah.
pauses and it hurts me.
Oh, it's great. The pauses are great.
The pauses. I'm not sure if that could
That
be
that might be
the
80
voice acting. It could also be the
translation.
direction. the
ADR.
directors.
What's it called?
Yeah.
ADR.
Well, ADR. I guess it's all ADR.
That's true.
None of it's recorded.
That is very true.
But they could be editing the lines. You know, I mean, that's how they're doing it. I will say, okay, I'll concede that the voice acting being bad and enjoying that is that's subjective.
It's just charming.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
guess.
it's all subjective.
Yeah.
That's my taste.
hmm
Yes, yeah.
But the pauses, I really enjoy because it makes things kind of like unsettling.
It's surreal. It's unsettling. It's kind of mysterious. Like, and I also feel like it makes every sentence and word like impactful.
Yeah.
Like Eddie's just like Eddie's just like, oh no, I didn't kill him, and then he pauses and he goes, why are you looking at me like that?
Like that.
And it's like, what do you mean? Why am I looking at you like that?
I didn't say anything.
You would expect
Nothing was said.
you would expect people to have like a lot of urgency to get out their lines really
Oh, yeah.
fast.
Mhm.
But Eddie's taking his time. Like, no, I didn't do it.
Didn't. Yes.
Yeah. And Mary's performance I think is the best, especially in that letter.
Yeah.
Oh, devastating.
Felt the most natural and probably because that was a cold read.
I mean, this game definitely does have the situation of English as at least a second language directors directing English-speaking actors to speak in ways, I guess, that sounds right to their language.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just a case of me listening to it so much or what, but I enjoy it personally.
That's the dialogue.
I'm like, I would say, yeah, that's definitely probably the one thing that I could see as a takeaway is that there's some stuff that's really confusing, and some stuff that is just like, yeah, just some stuff doesn't really make sense, but I think that's also kind of like the point. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of like cons, and it's like, yeah, some stuff just doesn't make sense, but
Stuff that I like that is not explained and it's like it's left for interpretation and that's what makes it lasting.
Like for
That's-
example, I don't know the fact that you can argue that even all of the events of the game kinda not sure if happened, like literally, or if just imaginary. But there you can also make the argument that it all happened like at the same time because in the first game it also happened like in Silent Hill. So it's kind of cool that you can argue like both sides or even more
Yeah.
sides of the story.
That's
Yeah.
what's so cool about having this be Silent Hill 2 is that the first game is like, okay, so here's a haunted town because of this cult and these old gods and these rituals that they performed, et cetera, et cetera. So this town is like fucking cursed. And the second game is like, what if this town like caused some people some psychological trauma unrelated to all of the shit that happened before.
Yeah, what if it was more so a place, your special place?
Yeah, what about people like interacting with this town calls it like it just like sets this up as like a freaky place for demons, and then the second one is like, okay, let's use that as like a vague explanation to tell a story of people interacting with their demons and experiencing their own personal hells.
Yes.
You
That
know?
actually feels like a scary thought. Like, imagine something just especially for you.
That'd
Like,
be
for example,
way
like,
worse.
Angela's one, like everything is on fire. That sounds scary as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
I forget where, but there's definitely. Oh, I'm sorry, Pumpkin. I hit you. I'm sorry.
oh, you don't think?
Oh, sweet baby. Actually, hold on. Keep talking. I have a line I need to look up.
Okay.
Got it, got it.
I mean,
So, for example, like, I imagine, like, in Eddie's case, like, it's a little bit similar to James, but it's like everyone might be laughing at him. That's why he was always on edge, like, every time he talked to him.
Yeah,
Like, he
that's
felt like
interesting.
inferiority. So, like, every time he saw James, he was like, no, like, hey, man, are you okay? He's like, ha, 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 ha. Look at you, man. It's like, whoa.
Oh yeah, that totally. Oh, and one thing I forgot I was gonna point out is that when James watches the videotape and he's sitting in that chair, he looks an awful lot like that body we found in the hotel sitting in front of the TV.
Yes. That's in the first time
That's so true.
I thought of a theory that when you said like all of the bodies like at least resemble James, like the male ones.
Mm-hmm.
I kept thinking like maybe because it's his personal hell, like all of the dead bodies he sees are actually like him because he said like at some point that he wants to be punished. So it wouldn't be. I wouldn't be say if it's crazy if all the dead he sees, he just waits for him to say like, yeah, I want that. And he just personalizes it. I believe
you could think of it as like these are all different cycles, and he's been going through this over and over and over again, and that you only get, and that's why you have your Maria ending, you have your other endings. You could act like that this has been going on for a long time, quote unquote, like kind of in his mind or whatever, right?
Yeah. He's like, I'm James. I've been a bad boy and I need to be punished.
Oh my god.
That's actually another one of the alternate endings, but you have to.
the SDM ending, After getting the special key, you can get into one of the hotel rooms and it's like the special one, like in 50 Shades of James. It's like, oh
yes.
50 Shades of James? Is that what you just said?
Jesus Christ.
This is Pyramid Head and the entrance is like, yeah, you have a special place, little boy.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pyramid Head is very kinky. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It could be like a dungeon daddy. It's like, yeah, I can see that.
Pyramid Head has undergone bimboification throughout the years.
There was a time where I thought that Pyramid Head was believed to be a woman. I don't know if I ever mentioned that while we were playing, but I could have sworn someone at some point said that Pyramid Head was a woman, and I don't know if that's true.
Think otherwise.
You know what I think you might be thinking of?
Oh, I know what you're gonna pull up, and no, I'm not thinking of that.
You know what I think you might be thinking?
I know what you're gonna post, and that's not what it is.
I'm kind of curious.
I'm thinking of 2 huge pyramid heads. Yeah.
I don't know if I should search that on my work's computer.
No, probably shouldn't.
No.
I'll leave it to my phone.
No, I could have sworn though that like when the movie came out or something, someone referred to Pyramid Head as like a woman, and I don't know where I got that idea, but it doesn't seem like that's true.
There's a scene that it haunts me till this day.
Link me up.
Link me up.
Oh no, that's not what I'm thinking of. But this is also a good one.
Okay.
Is this okay to show on Twitch? I think it
forgot we
is.
were on Twitch.
I think it is.
It's fine. It's fine. It's Plague of Gripes.
It's Plague of Gripes. It's fine.
He's a Twitch streamer.
I mean, not always.
I mean, if it's in Twitch, I guess it's fine.
Plague of Gripes is a great internet star, artist, and
Internet star.
internet star. I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired now.
41. Triangle Girl.
Let's see
Alright,
about
let's see what it
this
is.
one.
First time visitor, huh?
See?
Yeah.
Like, everyone knows that Silent Hill
Oh,
is a
you
total
didn't know
flop.
about our crazy zombie people running around, did you?
Are you saying you don't know Pyramid Head?
Pyramid Head and me, we go way back. We drive around in our Jeep Chevy.
I used to date his sister, Triangle Girl.
Many visitors these days.
Triangle Girl's crazy hot.
She gives the worst head.
Be seen.
It's no shopping polygon.
It's just like shoving a protractor up your dick. It's the worst.
Oh my god! I didn't actually. Wait. I did not actually know. I was so young when I first saw this playthrough that I didn't know what that joke was.
That's great.
I did not know what like giving someone head even meant. So like I didn't get that joke until just now.
That was like our sophomore year of high school.
We don't need to go into details. I didn't know what it meant.
All right.
I know what it means now.
And that's what it's important.
Wait, that's a good place to end the stream.
Yeah. And the moral of the story is that Silent Hill 2 taught me what head is. And boy, it was great. All right. Yeah, we'll figure out what we'll do next. You just tell me, Teddy. Thank you, Tobar. Thank you, Christine.
Hey, no, thank you for coming.
This is a great game. Everyone should go play it.